All right, heading back out today. It's Monday, June 20th. Kind of kicking myself today because I started this 18 days ago on the 2nd of June. And like most things that I do, I start off with great intentions. But I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, so that I stay accountable. Because now that I've started this online and people are watching, not many, maybe 2 or 3, but that's enough for me to know I have to keep going. It's like, look at me, I'm working out, and here's a couple of snippets of me doing some exercise type things, and really I could be just fooling the viewer and just showing you random exercises that I'm doing and giving the impression that I'm working out, when really what I'm doing is I'm just giving the impression I'm working out. And I don't want to be fake. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, put up a front and make it look like I'm doing something and having progress, because I'm not. This morning I stepped on the scale and I was at 269, so 269.6. So I've gone up like 3 pounds and I feel softer. I mean, it's a cycle I have to break. I need to be consistent, and I need to continue to move forward. I understand people have days off, but to only go to the gym like twice in 10 days is not consistent. Take 2 days off in 10 days, sure, but not take 8 days off in 10 days. That's I have no excuses. My reasons are laziness and finding other things to do just because I just don't feel like it, right? So I have to be consistent. I have to keep pushing that. I don't feel like going to the gym every day, and I think that's a mentality that I got into, where I had a little bit of success, and I was okay with that. I settled for just that tiny tip of the iceberg of success and figured, you know what? I lost 30, 40 pounds, whatever. That's good enough. Where I really just want to be, like, I want to be fit. I want to look good. I want my wife to look at me and get turned on. Now, she'll say, oh, honey, it's the inside, it's your heart. And girls say that because they're emotional and they look at, the sweethearts that we are and how we treat them and how we speak their love languages, and that's okay. That's what girls do. But everybody has a carnal desire. So as a man, and I don't care about other chicks. I mean, other chicks can look at me all they want if I'm their thing. But I'm talking about my wife. I want her to look at me and lust for me. And I don't think at 269.6 pounds, covered in hair, my wife is going to crave my body. Anyways, whatever. I need to be going all the time. I got a monthly gym membership at the service center. I think I've gone twice. What a waste of money. I'm very thankful that Joe has the punch cards, which prepay for like 10, and then you just get punched out every time you go. It's really something that I need to make it part of my day, as much as I eat, as much as I go to the bathroom, as much as I kiss my wife and tell her that I love her. I need to be going to the gym regularly. It has to become what I do. It has to become who I am. Can't just be something that I do periodically just to show face. It has to become part of me. I hope that you guys, anybody that's watching this, please leave a comment. Encourage me to get my ass going, because it is a struggle for me to get going every day. I want it to become a routine. I want it to become what I do. And I know that the rest of us struggle. One of the things I actually watched yesterday, and I recommend it for anybody that has an addiction. It doesn't matter what the addiction is, be it food, alcohol, sex, pornography, gambling, drugs, whatever the addiction is. I highly recommend watching The Resurrection of Jake the Snake. It's on Netflix, Canada. I don't know if it's in the States or wherever. But The Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts, especially if you're an old school wrestling fan like I am. I don't watch wrestling anymore. I think it's just crap now. I used to love wrestling back in the day. Vince McMahon has destroyed wrestling. It's a great documentary featuring Diamond Dallas Page, and Jake the Snake. Scott Hall's in there, and a few other wrestlers kind of talk about, you know, things like that. But Jake was in rough shape, man. I mean, any wrestling fan knows him from the 80s and 90s, you know, and then he just kind of spiraled, just got into drugs and alcohol and things like that to take care of the pain, the emotional pain, the physical pain. And one thing that once he started going, he slipped up quite a few times. Like he relapsed, and he struggled to make progress. And that doesn't matter what your addiction is, an addiction gets its hooks in you, and it drags you down, it drags you through the mud, it makes a mess of your life, and the people around you, they pull away. It really showed that you need to surround yourself with people that are going to support you and push you through, because if Jake didn't have that support, then probably would have just gone back to the alcohol, back to the crack, all the drugs and abuse that he was doing to himself. And who knows, he may have slipped up a couple of more times. It was great to watch someone struggle. And that sounds weird to say, but he was very open and honest with after the fact. If you've seen the documentary, you know what I'm talking about, but he was someone different when he was not meeting the criteria of his rehab. And when he had stepped out and he had abused himself with his alcohol or whatever it was, just completely off the wall. It was encouraging to me to see that someone can go through that. And my addiction is food, and his addiction was alcohol. He was overweight. He was 300 pounds. By the end of it, he was down to 245. The point is that you're going to stumble. You're going to have periods in your recovery or in your lifestyle change where you are going to mess up. You're going to fall. I'm going to go periods of time where I don't go to the gym and I regret it and I'm angry at myself. Point is that I need to stop punishing myself for that, getting upset at myself and being like, you know what, tomorrow's a new day. That's when I'm going to go back. And the next day after that, and the next day after that. So I can't get complacent with the progress that I've made so far. I need to keep moving forward every day. I have a lot of reasons to keep moving forward. I have a beautiful wife. I have amazing children. My age, you know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 43 now, and I don't want to be big and old, because then that's just is a lot more issues for my body and for my stress and everything else like that. So just about at the gym here, and I'm gonna regret not coming for a while, but it's Monday, day one of the rest of the days that I'm gonna be coming. So let's rock this.
It kills my heart to see your eyes are no longer on me. It's critical of me. You stop messing with me. It kills my heart to know you don't think this love could grow. 'Cause everywhere you go, you know I would follow. 'Cause I'm serious about you. Serious about you. Oh, oh. Your eyes are no longer on me. It's critical of me. You stop messing with me.